What's happening, guys? This is Mike's Total Dragon Channel, and I wanted to take some time out and talk about one of my favorite books of this week, and that is Batman #1 by Matt Fraction and Jorge Jimenez. Now, this is a book I have been looking forward to since the announcement of this team was coming. I am a big Matt Fraction fan, and I knew that his take on this book was going to be really good. And I'm glad to say that the hype, the lived up to the hype delivered is what I'm trying to say here. Just a really good Batman book. I'll go ahead and turn it over right here and talk about some of the things that I liked about it. Obviously, this page right here is absolutely incredible. It's beautiful. Just a great look at Batman standing amongst this wreckage right here, looking out. This is the side of the building that's had a hole blown into it. He's standing there looking out on it. Now, I've seen a lot of criticism that people said they did not like Batman's attitude in this book, that Matt Fraction did not understand the character, and I strongly disagree with that. When Batman starts this book off right here, he does seem to be in a very sour mood. He talks about like he says right here, he says, "You're new here, Doctor. Killer Croc hasn't been Waylon Jones for a long time. I try to keep them separate. It's easier that way when they inevitably disappoint me." So here he is kind of acting like, he knows there's no road to redemption for Killer Croc. He knows that a villain is going to villain. See, he says right here, people never change. Not really. So he says that here at the beginning, and I kind of feel like it's one of these days where he just woke up, he just woke up on the wrong side of the bed. I like this scene right here where he tells the doctor, when the police do come, stall. If they find Croc before I do, they'll shoot to kill. So right there, he's saying he doesn't want anyone dead. He's telling the doctor, stall the police, I'll handle it, and I can bring this guy back alive. And then another beautiful 2-page spread right here. As you see so often in comics, you have the little television sound bites that give kind of a little like teasers of plot points that's going on. We see one right here talking about weird green gas coming up through manhole covers. Reference to Commissioner Vandal right here. Just little things like that. And then, we've got a little bit of satirical soundbite right here. A tactical vest that you can wear either at home or at work. This is a kind of a staple of a Matt Fraction book, having these little tech bubbles right here, showing that Batman's using this glider system, and it's kind of broke down a little bit right there. And then this is just absolutely beautiful by Jorge Jimenez. Just a beautiful silhouette, like the sun setting. And then we have Commissioner Vandal Savage right here. This is another interesting point. He is telling the police department, he goes, you guys are not up to doing this job, so I'm bringing in private security, which is an absolutely wild thing to say and do with your police force. One of the other things that I saw a lot of people being very mad about, or not very mad about, but I would say confused, I frequently saw people mistaking this Alfred as like a ghost or hallucination. It's an AI, and this is a hologram. So Batman has a AI program and a hologram of Alfred right here. So that's who he's talking to. We have another really good scene right here. Batman breaks up some muggings in the park right here. And then here's another thing that I really liked. The police don't think this merits concern. I do. I'm sorry I could not get here sooner. So I like Batman saying, hey, I'm sorry you guys got attacked. I wish I would have been here sooner. So I really like that about Batman. All in all, so far, then this is just all really great detective work scenes right here. Batman using like some scanning equipment, following like a trail that Croc left. But Fraction gives us very much a humanizing of Batman that you don't get to see a little bit. That you don't get to see that very often. And I think that's when Batman is at his best. Is when he is not this psychopath that he's frequently portrayed as nowadays. When he's not someone that is just, some paranoid loner. See, here's another example of it. The gun is scaring the child and would only make Croc mad. So he tells the cop, put it away, get these people out of here. And then he powers up like his attack gloves right here. He runs into Killer Croc. And he's fixed ready to do battle with him. And then Croc is kind of acting a little out of the ordinary. And Alfred basically talks Batman off the ledge and says, you need to understand, maybe this doctor is right. Maybe Croc is on a road to redemption. He has had some recent mental developments that has kind of changed his intelligence and his emotional development, and he's much more like a child right now. And that reaches Batman, and he depowers his gloves and then proceeds to actually talk to Killer Croc. And Killer Croc talks about how he's confused and very kind of frightened and confused about the current situation. And Batman sits here and talks with him until the doctor and her associates show up, and they give Killer Croc this toy. And Killer Croc ends up taking that toy and giving it to Batman and says, kind of saying, you might need this a little more than I do right now. I know that I'm not doing good and I need help. And Killer Croc says to Batman by giving him this toy, I want you to have this. Maybe it can help you out as well. So then, at the end of this issue, basically Batman gets a message from Tim Drake Robin telling him that he's kind of in a situation. And then we see Tim Drake here is being arrested by the police, with this last page here being some teasers of what's going on or going to be coming up in Batman. These are all the different variants, but to wrap it up, I think this is the best first issue of Batman. I think this is the best issue of Batman we have had in a long time. Now, I'm not talking about Detective Comics or Brave and the Bold or any of the other ones. I'm talking strictly about Batman. I think Matt Fraction is exactly the guy for this job to be on this book, and I am someone who is really looking forward to this. It is this version of Batman that Matt Fraction is portraying is the version that I think is like the very best version of Batman. Very similar to the animated series Batman, which is one I absolutely adore. I love that character. I love that concept and that version of Batman. And I think he's capturing a lot of that right here in issue number 1. So I am all in, pun intended, on this run of Batman right here, and definitely looking forward to all the issues that are coming. And as far as Hush 2 is concerned, you can just fucking cancel that. We don't even need that. Don't even bother bringing that back. We're good. We're good right here. We're good. So till next time, you guys take care of yourselves. We'll talk to you later, and bye-bye.